Hello everyone and welcome back to Red Dead Redemption. It's been a while, but we are back here and we're gonna be doing some cowboy shit. And just so that I don't have to talk to myself anymore, I brought ChaosArgate along with me.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
As well as we can under the circumstances, I guess.
Mr. Mercer, ride with us. We've been betrayed.
What's happened?
There's no time. Ride with us. Then we'll find the man you seek. Come.
I have men waiting for us, just outside Escalera. Vamos!
Alright, let's get to it, I suppose.
Alright.
What's the hurry, DeSanta? Where
The
we
rebels
going?
have taken control of an abandoned fort on the other side of Nuevo Paraíso.
Were those two lines supposed to bleed into each other?
We can
I don't know.
establish a stronghold. The Colonel has given me urgent orders
Which are?
to kill them all.
I should have guessed.
Ride with me. We have a long journey ahead of us.
Yes, one of our many lengthy journeys that we'll be undertaking here in Mexico.
Are we going to watch the whole ride?
Set a camp at the base of the mesa. We will join forces with him there.
Well, he's gonna talk a lot, so yeah, we kinda have to get the dialogue. Although I think this might not have any, I'm not sure. Yeah, we can skip that one. Because he didn't say anything.
We draw near to Torquemada.
I was gonna say, there's gotta be a better way to do this kind of exposition than
I have a bad feeling about this.
make you sit in a carriage and listen.
Hold them off!
Yeah, but that's what... No, don't shoot the birds. But yeah, that is what Rockstar does. They thought it was great in GTA 4, so they doubled down on it here, and in GTA 5. And in Red Dead 2, I guess, as well.
Let's see what mess that idiot Espinosa has made.
Was he that deranged captain at Tesoro Azul? Is he leading this attack?
Leading? Espinosa does not lead anything.
I thought you was the same rank.
He is an angry dog we let out to run sometimes. That is all. I'm in charge here.
Yeah, so Captain DeSanta here is not a fan of Captain Espinosa, who is one of the other guys working for Colonel Allende.
We will leave the wagon here.
They have this rivalry going on and they are both assholes.
Okay, okay.
¿Dónde carajo están los otros que necesitamos? ¡Nos van a masacrar con estos pocos!
Rebeldes que tú y tus hombres se habían encargado nos atacaron. Ten cuidado con ese tono de voz.
Master, come on. Ignore the stupid English.
Shut your mouth, office boy! Gringo, take that sniper rifle over there. Be that man's work.
Yeah, Espinosa kind of thinks that DeSanta is just a pen pusher and the Colonel's lapdog, I guess. And DeSanta, of course, is not a fan of Espinosa because he thinks he's a psycho, basically.
Naturally.
Or just an incompetent asshole. Alright, so let's shoot some of these guys here, and we can see when we're looking at the scope that there is the white marker there on the sides, which will show you the direction of the closest one, basically.
Oh.
And then it turns all white when you actually bring the cursor over one of them.
That's kinda neat.
Yeah, that's kind of easy to miss, actually.
It's kinda what?
Easy to miss.
Oh. I mean, yeah, it's super subtle. I would not have even noticed until you pointed it out.
Yeah, I don't think I actually knew about that on my first playthrough. I read it online somewhere.
I would not blame you for that.
But now we are back fighting a normal shootman section here. We'll just switch back to the repeater. And give our double action revolver here a try as well, which we unlocked from a side mission in, I think, the previous episode. Or the one before that. It's been a while.
Does this game let you go all revolver ocelot on people?
I don't actually remember if it lets you dual wield. I mean, if it did, I probably would be doing it, so I'm gonna guess not.
Damn. Can you at least, like, ricochet the bullets?
Well, maybe if you're good enough. I mean, when you use Deadeye here, you can do all kinds of fancy stuff like throw sticks of dynamite, which will then home in on your enemies.
Oh man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a bug, but it's funny so they left it in.
That's some, Hitman 2's level shit there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so the encounter design in Red Dead, as I have mentioned earlier in this LP as well in my solo commentaries, it's not always the most exciting. You just got a whole bunch of waves of guys just running at you and you sit behind cover and that kind of stuff, and it gets a little bit rote.
Yeah, I could see that.
At least you can perform those kind of close-up executions.
Por Dios! John Marston! Remember mi nombre!
I also like Marston's attempts at speaking Spanish. They're very amusing.
So I'm just gonna ask this because of it's the low quality encode.
Yep.
How easy is it to see ammo you can pick up on the ground?
It's pretty easy. The guns that drop on the ground, they actually flash. So they are pretty easy to see.
Okay, because I
yeah,
can't...
we are watching the potato quality video here, but
Yeah,
that should be pretty evident when you're playing.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. It's just that, this game, I've noticed, is very unhappy with, low bit rates.
It really is, and that is pretty much why I have been rendering these videos at 4K. Because at 1080p on YouTube, you can't see shit.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, there's just so much, like, granular detail. Like, even just all these little weeds.
Yeah, I mean, the big kind of prairie areas, those just wreak havoc on the bitrate on YouTube.
Yeah.
So...
And I feel like there might be some kind of a film grain filter on the image overall.
Might be, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell here.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna be nice. Play nice with bit rates.
Vamos! Cargamos colina arriba!
But I will say, this game does look really pretty.
It really does. I mean, it came out 10 years ago. And it still holds up really well. I mean, the character models, they are starting to show their age a bit, and the assets in general are a bit low poly, but overall the art direction is just solid. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Now this is on the Xbox One X, which runs this at a native 4K, which is great.
Oh.
Now obviously my Elgato can only handle 1080p, but it still downsamples it from 4K and it still looks great.
Yeah, I'll say. Super sampled game graphics are amazing. Like, they just look so crisp.
Yep. Alright, let's see here. We have killed about 500 men so far in this mission, so... This is kinda how the Mexico section in particular of this game works. You ride to a location, listen to some idiot yammer on, and then kill a whole bunch of dudes, and then just... that'll be it.
Exciting stuff.
Quite. And I couldn't shoot from that angle, or from that angle either, so let's go up ahead and just do that instead.
Just fucking impale him on your gun.
Now this is a bigger set-piece mission than most, but the overall structure of these missions is pretty similar. It tends to be. You don't actually have to use the sniper rifle here, you can just run at these guys and just take them down with the repeater or what have you, but that's a little bit unhealthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds ill-advised.
It's doable because John Marston is a superhero, but, you know, this is a lot safer.
Is the sniper rifle a one-shot kill?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Now, one nice thing that this game does have over the GTA games is that Marston does have regenerating health. So you don't have to always sit behind cover like you do in GTA 4.
That's handy.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more dynamic at least. Because when I did GTA 4, yeah, that got kinda tedious.
Hombre, lo que sea, mujer. Amigo, ¿qué pasa? Killer like you deserves fine women and wine. The best pleasures Earth can give a man.
I need some information, DeSanta.
All in good time. My man and I will finish our business here and we can talk back at Escalera.
The next time I see you, I need some answers, Captain.
Go get drunk, go get a woman! Enjoy life! It's a beautiful struggle!
Spoiler, we will not be getting answers the next time we see DeSanta.
Are we getting a woman and or drunk though?
Getting drunk, that is something that we can arrange, but John is a married man, so he doesn't mess with any ladies that are not his wife.
Okay, that's... I don't know why I'm actually surprised to hear that. Maybe that just says something about how I perceive the protagonist in Rockstar games.
Now, John is actually a pretty decent guy. I mean, he is a former outlaw, so he has done some pretty shitty things, of course, but the game subtitle, I mean, it is redemption, so he's kind of trying to atone for his past sins, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Also, here is one of the many gang hideouts in the game. We already did this in one of the earlier videos, but I had to redo it because there's a side mission nearby. Also did that properly this time. Yeah, you don't actually have to save that sheriff's deputy or the deputy, whatever officer he is. But he'll give you a little bonus if you do so. Yeah, last time I screwed that up, so I figured I'd show it off here.
Doesn't hurt to do it either way, so...
Yeah, but this is why we actually came here again. We find this guy in a bit of a predicament.
Shake your hand, but I'm a little tied up. Damn, sport. You really are someone to be riding the river with.
I think you done outstayed your welcome down these parts, old Jimmy. I'd get out while the going's good.
Oh, you're right about that. There is something about nearly dying several times that hasn't given the old muse the kick up the backside that I was expecting. I can't write a joke for a pile of fresh turd. No more of this cowboy business for old Jimmy. I think I might take up music or war reporting. Don't worry.
So yeah, we have now completed that side quest. Now Jimmy there, he is a reporter from New York, not Liberty City, New York. And we find him tied up in these gang hideouts a few times, and this was the last time we actually see him because he's had enough of this shit. And that also means that he is one of the very few people in these side quests that actually get something resembling a happy ending.
That's good.
Yeah, so hopefully he's gonna be doing alright. But we have to go back to the army here to maybe get closer to finding Bill and Javier. We won't, of course.
Ándeles lindas, simpatrióticas.
Dale, que ustedes son putas y lo saben.
Por favor, no me obligues.
Oh, mi amor, nadie te está obligando a hacer nada. Solamente quiero que animes al hombre que va a salvar a tu padre. ¿Tú quieres a tu padre, cierto que sí, linda? ¿Ah?
What's going on here, Captain DeSanta?
Just a little recruitment. Nothing for you to be concerned about.
You boys using women soldiers now?
Our costumes are none of your concern.
Apparently not.
¡Santa mariconcito! ¿Me encontraste algunas chicas? Ay, mamacita, ¿dónde has estado toda mi vida? Ven, mujeres. Ay, me gusta.
These two patriots were keen to make your acquaintance, el coronel.
Fantastic. I love patriots. Hey, Sergeant Marston, you here to fight the war? And we shall make a patriot of you yet.
I hope so. Any word of those men?
Oh, yes. I heard they were riding with Reyes. I wanted to talk to you about it. De Santo, hable con él. Tell him what I wanted.
His Excellency, el coronel, would like to employ you in escorting a train down rebel country. The job is dangerous, but you'll have the honor of...
Man, mira.
Another patriot?
of knowing that you served Mexico in her fight against forces that would destroy our society.
How much you offering?
20,000 pesos. And information as to the whereabouts of Javier Escuella.
Okay, then.
Mexico loves you, Mr. Martin.
She has a funny way of showing it.
Ah, what a lovely bunch of people.
I don't think there was a single part of that cutscene I was comfortable with.
Vámonos, muchachos!
Ready for another long ride?
Alright, let's get going.
Gringo.
And there was me, thinking my dance card was full.
What do you mean?
Just that it's a pleasure to see such a noble patriot at work.
Your sarcasm is childish and pathetic. This is an important assignment. Our orders are to deliver these munitions to Chuparosa. They will help to finally crush the rebels.
I hate to break it to you, Captain, but I think you're gonna need a lot more than this.
I know. Most of the supplies are already in Chuparosa. We will deliver them all by train to our base camp in Diez Coronas. Our forces are close to establishing control in that region.
Why didn't DeSanta come with us?
Why do you think? Because he is hardly a soldier. I'm sure he has other important business, like mailing letters and sweeping floors and flirting with barmen.
He fought with you at
Are you
Torquemada.
defending that pathetic little errand boy? I did not see him fight. Without me, we would have lost the battle. He knows less than nothing on how to lead men.
Yet he's the colonel's second in command.
That is a good job. You are a funny man, gringo. De Santa licks the colonel's boots and plays with his waiter friend. That is all. I am Allende's brazo derecho, his right arm. I am one of the few men he respects.
Is that right? You and him have something special, do you?
The colonel needs a maid, a woman he cannot fuck. De Santa is that woman. The battle at Torquemada was hard, but Tesoro de Azul, that was some fun. Am I right, gringo?
Fun? Burning people's
People actually liked this kind of thing?
fun?
Like this way of exposition?
No, I don't think anyone did. Except Rockstar.
They ain't my rules.
I'm astonished that they've continued to do this.
Not the gentleman.
I mean, Rockstar knows better.
Quiet, do you?
I don't know. You tell me.
We have not seen a single rebel yet.
I'd say that's a good thing, wouldn't you?
Anything else? No? Yes? Okay, good.
Oh good, action.
Oh good, they will finally shut up. I mean, I do like Marston just kind of snarking at everyone here because they are all idiots, but after the 10th ride to God knows where and the same kind of conversation, it kinda gets old.
Yeah, I'll say. I've been here for less than 20 minutes and that got old.
Yeah, you might realize why it's taking me so long to actually post these updates.
I don't blame you.
Because this is pretty much what the Mexico section is.
I don't know. This doesn't feel right to me.
We're on our way to escort a train through rebel-held country. An ambush feels about right to me.
Soldado, ¿quién eres? ¿Cuál escuadrón?
Somos nuevos reclutas, capitán. Es nuestra primera asignación.
I knew I had not seen these men before. They are new recruits. In Escalera, people have been talking about the rebels planning a large attack. If these supplies are so important, why have we been given so few soldiers?
Don't ask me. You're the captain. I thought you were supposed to be fearless.
I am.
The guy at the back looks like he's headbanging.
brainless. There is so
Does he have, like, any music that he's not sharing with us? Come on.
Take a piss or something.
The colonel told me that the Santa had praised my actions at Torquemada and called me a hero. He asked for me to be given this important assignment. Why would he do that? The cabron hates me.
Yeah, but doesn't everybody hate you?
It's another ambush.
Okay, let's get this over with.
Was that it?
Traidores de mierda.
I think it might have been.
Is that our train?
Yes, it seems to be on schedule. At least one thing is going right for us.
I agree. We ain't off to a good start.
But don't worry, because we will be getting to shoot a lot more folks.
Tell me something. What is your weapon of choice?
What do you mean?
Come, my friend. Your belt is full of weapons. Which is your favorite for attacking a man?
You ain't right in the head, Captain.
Do you want to know what mine is? We are close to Chuparrosa now.
I wanted to know what his favorite weapon is.
Feeling about this. Tell me, why are you here? What did they promise you?
20,000 pesos in Javier Escuela.
They're probably not going to tell you because then it might make you feel like you're doing something wrong if you're not using that weapon.
Before you have fulfilled your obligations, do not take me for a fool.
I'm giving you no reason not to trust me.
You must understand why we are suspicious of you. Most American vigilantes come here to help the rebels. It is strange you have chosen to work for the army.
I have not.
I'm working for you. How many times do I have to say this?
You have to.
Do what you want, gringo. We are exchanging favors then.
I ain't seen many favors come my way yet.
Abraham Reyes is trying hard to recruit gringos to fight for him. His propaganda is everywhere. He promises women, gold, and, of course, income. Money and the chance to interfere in business that is not your own. How can any American resist?
I've done everything you've asked of me. If Allende doesn't give me Escuela and Williamson after this, I think it's best I go ask the rebels directly.
Is that the threat? Be warned. You are only alive right now because of me.
And you be advised, I don't answer to you, Captain.
I have orders to kill you the moment you step out of line.
Well, that's fun.
Are we there
It's
yet?
nice to be trusted. Yes, we are.
Finally.
Soldados, abordamos el tren.
There have got to be better ways to get across that this dude does not trust you.
What do you mean? That is perfectly fine. This is the best way to deliver exposition.
I do not think we have seen the last of the rebels. New recruits can't win a fight like this. I need you to man the Gatling gun.
I ain't the soldier here, Captain.
Do not question me, gringo. Just do as I say.
Ah, the Rockstar mission design summed up.
Vámonos! Manténganse alerta! Get behind that gun. I am not taking any chances. I hope you know how to use that gun.
Can't be that hard. Just point and pull the
Not
trigger.
do anything stupid, gringo.
Can you shoot at your
For you,
quote-unquote allies?
you.
I think you'll... what? I think you'll fail the mission, but I'm more worried about what just happened there.
Son of a bitch, ain't
Don't worry about it.
Already been ambushed. Our squad is made up of new recruits and the two men that Santa hates the most. I think it is right to be anxious.
Yeah, well, I wasn't exactly expecting a pleasant picnic by the seaside myself.
Okay, so where is this next wave of rebels that we have to shoot?
Any day now.
Come on, guys, we all know it's happening, so get on with it.
Over there! It's the rebels!
Alright, well, here we go. Gee, I wonder who might have tipped them off. Yeah, so this is technically, we're supposed to be protecting the train engine, but as long as we keep shooting everything that moves, that kind of takes care of itself.
Right. I had to double check my my other earbud for a sec because I wasn't hearing any of the other guy's audio. I did not realize this game used directional audio like that.
If we kill everyone in Mexico, I think we might be able to find Esquella and Williamson at some point. One of them is bound to be them, you know?
We'll find it, I'm sure.
Okay, anyone else willing to throw themselves at our bullets?
I was about to ask if you could shoot the horses, but I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, I do not aim at the horses on purpose, because that's kinda unpleasant.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you have this giant Gatling gun, it's kinda hard to avoid that sort of thing. Sorry, horse.
Just right to the back of the neck, ugh.
I'm not entirely sure, but I believe I once read that killing a horse was a worse crime in the Old West than killing a man.
Really?
That's what I read once. I have no idea if that's true.
Huh.
I think it was like a story about Judge Roy Bean, who had convicted a young man of shooting a horse or killing a horse, and the young man then supposedly wrote a letter to his mom and said that he was aiming at the rider. So Roy Bean read the letter and then said that, oh, okay, this evidence shows that the accused was not trying to shoot the horse, and then he just let him go free, I guess. That is probably just a tale, but you know.
I want to go back, look that up now.
I never found anything to actually back that up. It was, I think it was like in one of those little blurbs at the back of a Lucky Luke comic book. One of them was about Roy Bean and talked about the stuff that he did and his life in general and that sort of thing. And this was like one of the examples of his brand of law, I suppose.
Oh, okay then.
But yeah, I have no idea if that's actually true at all. Probably not. But it's a good story. Meanwhile, we are still shooting these rebels.
How long does this go on?
About 6 years, give or take. Okay, we get it.
Were they really that proud of this section?
I think they were. I mean, this was 2010, so turret sections were not quite as widely reviled as they are now. But this is still kind of pushing it.
I mean, you could make them fun and exciting, like...
Well, why would you do that when you can make them shit? You know?
Does the bike ride at the end of MGS3 count as a turret section?
I guess it technically does.
Because that was a really good one, and that was 6 years before this, at least.
Well, yeah, unless you were trying to hit one of the frogs.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to hit those frogs. My strategy for that was just to like
Oops.
aim vaguely in the direction of the frogs with the sniper rifle. Not the sniper rifle, the rocket launcher.
That's always a good plan, I suppose.
But aside from that, like that was a really good turret section.
Yeah, I missed some of those guys, but that doesn't matter, we made it through anyway, and I think that might have been the last guys, or at least one of the last groups of guys that we're gonna fight in this mission. At least I very much hope so.
The fact that we still have like the train UI going is worrying me.
Yeah, but we are getting pretty close to the army camp here. It's supposed to be on the left there pretty soon, so I think we made it.
I think that's all of it. We do not have far to go. The base camp is just at the top of the hill.
That was madness.
You did well, compadre. Very well.
Madness is one way to describe that.
You have earned it.
I have some other descriptions that I will refrain from sharing.
No. Until I find Escuela, he's more used to me alive.
But yeah, that was fun. He lied. And the thing is, I like this game. This is like one of my favorite games ever, but it does have some crap in it.
This game feels like it just kind of doesn't really have a lot of restraint.
Here we are. Thank God. We are lucky to be alive. Go to the camp. The base commander will want to speak to you.
Yeah, basically, the bigger the action set piece that you have in the missions, the more likely it is to be completely terrible.
Senor Marston, thank you for your efforts. The escort was a success.
At least some of your men survived.
I didn't think to survive myself. My whole life I have dreamed of a glorious death. Vamos! Rapido antes que nos ataquen otra vez. These socialist pigs cannot be allowed to win.
I believe a pack of wolves is about to spawn right around this area. Yeah, there they are.
Oh boy.
Alright, our work here is done.
Time to hightail it out of here.
Yep. You guys have fun.